In the age of exploration, some of history's most demanding travelers ventured into lands untouched, only to find themselves staring into the abyss. Haunted cities, spectral figures, and chilling mysteries beyond explanation. These are the terrifying encounters of history's most famous explorers, as they braved the unknown. Today, we will explore the chilling tales of 15 brave travelers who ventured into the unknown, only to confront the dark and eerie mysteries lurk at the edges of the world. 1. Pedro de Alvarado, the Blood River of Central America. The river ran crimson, the water thick and cold as though filled with blood. Pedro de Alvarado, a Spanish conquistador born in 1485, is infamous for his brutal conquests in Central America, particularly during the Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire. While navigating through the dense jungles of Guatemala, he encountered a river that locals ominously referred to as the Blood River. It was said to be cursed, haunted by the souls of those who had perished in its waters. One night, while camped on its banks, the river began to bubble violently, sending shivers down the spines of Alvarado and his men. As they peered into the swirling waters, ghostly faces emerged, twisted in agony, their mouths agape as if pleading for help. Suddenly, a shadowy figure rose from the depths of the river, its scream an ear-piercing wail that echoed through the thick jungle, chilling Alvarado to the bone. The river was a stark reminder of the brutal history of conquest, a haunting testament to the lives lost in the relentless pursuit of power. Ibn Battuta, the Phantom City of Persia. It appeared out of the sands, a city of towers and light, yet dissolved before my eyes. Ibn Battuta was a 14th-century Moroccan scholar and traveler whose explorations spanned nearly 30 years and covered much of the Islamic world and beyond. His writings, compiled in the Rihla, The Journey, provide valuable insights into the cultures he encountered, from the Middle East to Africa and Asia. During his extensive travels, he heard tales of a phantom city in Persia that materialized only under the full moon. One fateful night, while camping in the desert, Battuta saw a flickering figure at the edge of his campfire, a spectral silhouette that appeared to beckon him closer. It vanished before his eyes, leaving him unnerved. On another night, shadows stretched across the dunes, whispering his name, following him until he fled the cursed city. His experiences blurred the line between reality and legend, intertwining history with the supernatural. 3. Ahmad Ibn Fadlan, the Demon of the Volga. A figure rose from the waters, dark and immense, as though the river itself had taken shape. Ahmad Ibn Fadlan was a 10th-century Arab traveler and envoy sent by the Caliph of Baghdad to the Volga Bulgars. His work, the Risala, documents not only the cultures he encountered, but also the stark contrasts between Islamic civilization and the pagan practices of the peoples he met. On his mission to the Volga, he was warned of a creature known as the Demon of the River. One night, while camped by the banks of the Volga, Ibn Fadlan witnessed a shadow rise from the water, its form towering and twisted, with claws sharp as blades. Strange footprints appeared near his tent, and locals told him it was the river demon's warning. Another night, he saw a ghostly face reflected in the water, a chilling apparition said to drag men to their doom. His encounters spoke to the fears that gripped explorers facing the unknown, highlighting the fine line between myth and reality. 4. Niccolò Da Conti, the Spirit Jungle of Sumatra. The lights moved slowly, as though they watched, guiding me deeper into their domain. Niccolò Da Conti, a 15th-century Italian explorer, journeyed through Asia, chronicling his encounters with strange cultures and customs in his work, The Travels of Niccolò Da Conti. In the heart of Sumatra, he ventured into an eerie forest where strange orbs of light floated among the trees, their flickering glow illuminating twisted branches. Locals warned him that these lights were the spirits of lost souls, eternally wandering the woods. One evening, as darkness enveloped the forest, a glowing figure emerged from the trees, whispering in an indecipherable tongue. sending chills down Da Conti's spine. On another night, he awoke to find a spectral old man seated in his tent, his hollow eyes reflecting centuries of sorrow, leaving Da Conti haunted by the memories of his eerie encounters. Fa. Antonio Pigafetta, giants of the shadowed coast. They moved silently, like phantoms, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. Antonio Pigafetta was an Italian scholar and explorer who participated in Ferdinand Magellan's expedition to circumnavigate the globe in the early 16th century. His detailed journal, The First Voyage Around the World, offers one of the earliest accounts of the voyage, including interactions with indigenous peoples and the natural wonders of the lands they explored. While traveling with Magellan along the Patagonian coast, Pigafetta documented sightings of giant figures disappearing at dawn, leaving only enormous footprints in the sand. One night, a massive silhouette appeared on a cliff, looming over their camp, before vanishing into thin air. He even heard rumbling voices echoing from the hills, as if giants were watching his crew from a distance, their presence felt but never fully revealed. Pythias of Massalia, the ice beasts of Thule. The shapes moved as if alive, twisting beneath the ice, a sight both wondrous and terrifying. Pythias was a Greek explorer from the 4th century BC, known for his remarkable journey to the far north, which included Britain and possibly Iceland. His work, although only known through references by later authors, is significant for its early contributions to geographical knowledge and the study of the natural world. Among his accounts were chilling visions of the ice beasts of Thule. As he navigated the icy waters, glowing eyes seemed to peer from beneath the frozen surface. Spirits of drowned men said to linger in the depths. One frigid night, he saw a dark shadow pressing against the ice, as if something immense was trying to break through. His descriptions blurred the lines between myth and observation, leaving a lasting impact on those who would follow in his footsteps. 7. Alexander Gardner, The Ghost Valley of the Himalayas. The voices called to me from all sides, shapes forming and dissolving in the mist. Alexander Gardner was a 19th century Scottish explorer known for his expeditions in the Himalayan region. His writings reflect the harsh realities faced by adventurers in unfamiliar landscapes, emphasizing local cultures and their beliefs. While journeying through the treacherous Himalayas, he encountered strange voices, whispering in a language he could not understand. One night, as he sat by the fire, pale figures began to circle him, their forms indistinct in the flickering light. Another evening, a woman's voice called his name from the darkness, luring him into the mist. As he ventured deeper, he felt a cold breath on his neck and turned to find nothing there. Gardner's tales reflected the mysteries of the mountains and the legends woven into the fabric of local folklore. 8. Sir Richard Burton, The Bewitched Oasis. The water mirrored not the heavens, but something darker, a sky that should not exist. Sir Richard Burton was a renowned British explorer, linguist, and translator in the 19th century. His extensive travels across Africa, the Middle East, and Asia were marked by a desire to understand and document cultures often misunderstood. During one of his explorations in the Arabian desert, he stumbled upon a forbidden oasis. Burton approached the water's edge, only to find that it reflected a dark, unnatural sky, one that should not exist. As he leaned closer, hands seemed to reach from beneath the water, pleading with him to stay. His own reflections smirked back at him, and in that moment, he felt an overwhelming sense of dread wash over him, as if he were being watched by forces beyond his comprehension. 9. Al-Masudi, The Haunted Mountain of the Sindh. The fires burned without fuel, lights of the damned that flickered and faded in the darkness. Al-Masudi was a 10th century Arab historian, geographer, gestor, and literalist, often referred to as the Herodotus of the Arabs. His work, The Meadows of Gold and Mines of Gems, covers a wide range of topics, including geography and the cultures of the world. In his travels, he documented a haunted mountain in Pakistan where strange fires flickered at night. As he ascended the mountain, he heard screams from the peak, said to be the cries of trapped souls. At one point, he encountered a dark figure standing on the mountain's edge, vanishing as quickly as it had appeared. The whispers of the wind seemed to carry the anguished cries of those lost to the mountain, leaving Al-Masudi with a lingering sense of unease. 10. John Mandeville, The Valley of Moving Shadows. The shadows shifted, as if with purpose, gathering close, drawing nearer with each step. John Mandeville was a 14th-century English traveller whose work, The Travels of Sir John Mandeville, claimed to recount his journeys through Asia and the Middle East. Although the authenticity of his travels is often debated, his writings captivated readers with tales of strange creatures and mystical lands. Mandeville described a valley where shadows moved independently, as if they had a life of their own. As he journeyed. 11. Friar Jordanus, The Lake of the Dead. Lights danced upon the water, casting a chill upon my heart. Friar Jordanus was a 14th-century friar known for his explorations in the East. His work describes the wonders and oddities he encountered. In a secluded area, he stumbled upon a lake that seemed enchanted. Glowing figures drifted upon the water's surface, whispering his name in haunting voices. The air was thick with an unnatural chill, and he saw ghostly ripples moving toward him, as if beckoning him to enter the depths of the lake, leaving him both fascinated and terrified. 12. Christopher Columbus, The Mermaid Encounter. They were not as beautiful as they are said to be, and their voices echoed like djinn songs. In the Caribbean, Christopher Columbus reported seeing mermaids with ashen skin and hollow eyes that haunted him. Born in 1451 in Genoa, he is known for his 1492 voyage, which led to European awareness of the Americas. Columbus kept journals detailing his encounters and beliefs in the supernatural. He described how a siren's call lured his men to the water's edge, revealing dark forms below. On one occasion, his crew witnessed mermaids swimming alongside their ships, their haunting songs echoing in the air. Distorted reflections of their faces hinted at hidden dangers, leaving Columbus and his crew unnerved by the eerie encounters. Hernán Cortés, The Feathered Serpent. The god appeared as feather and scale, beyond mortal comprehension. Hernán Cortés, the Spanish conquistador, famous for his role in the fall of the Aztec Empire, claimed he saw visions of the feathered serpent god, Quetzalcoatl, appearing in his dreams. At night, shadowy feathers seemed to drift around him as though the god was watching. A ghostly figure with serpent eyes stared at him from the jungle, then vanished, leaving him in a state of awe and fear. 14. Sir Francis Drake, The Phantom Fleet. We saw them, ghostly ships with no crew, drifting silently into the mist. Sir Francis Drake was an English sea captain known for his circumnavigation of the globe. In Cape Horn's waters, Drake saw ghost ships with tattered sails appearing out of the fog, only to vanish when approached. He even heard faint voices echoing across the water, believed to be souls of lost sailors. Another night, the ships seemed to surround his own, a ghostly blockade of the damned. 15. James Cook, The Lights of the Arctic. The lights were not of this world, a silent, shifting darkness upon the frozen landscape. James Cook was a British explorer, renowned for his 3 voyages to the Pacific Ocean. In the Arctic, Cook's crew saw strange dark lights flickering across the ice, darker than the aurora borealis. The shadows moved as if watching, flickering in unnatural patterns. A dark figure moved across the snow, leaving no footprints, disappearing into the icy darkness. These explorers braved the unknown, but faced mysteries we may never understand. What do you think lies beyond the veil of our world? Like and subscribe to join us on more adventures into the unknown.